asking us, what is the factors of 48? So if we're looking at the factors of 48 here, we're basically we're going to look at, it's very, very similar to what prime factorization is in square roots. So we're looking at 48 here. And we can see that we want to break this down into its prime factors. So as you can see, 48 here is a pretty good number because it's an even number, which means I know that 2 must be a factor of 48. So I can take out a 2. And then what I can do is I can divide 48 by 2. And 48 divided by 2 is equal to 24. And then what I can do is I can do the exact same process with the next biggest number. So again, I take 24 here. I look at the number. This here is an even number, which means 2 must also be another factor. And then 24 divided by 2 would be 12, right? So this here would be 12. And then I take a 12, and I can, again, break that down into... I realize that 2 is, again, it's an even number, which means 2 must be another factor. So I can break it down into 2. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. And then finally, 6 here can be broken down into, again, I know that 6 is an even number, which means 2 must also be a prime factor. And then 6 divided by 2 here is equal to 3. And now we stop here because 3 is a prime number in itself. So therefore, the factors of 48 are... So we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. So we can say what we can do is we broke this into its prime factorizations. But with 48, what we can do is we can actually, the factors of 48 also include whatever the multiplications of these guys are. So factors of 48 are as follows. So I have 2 and 3 here. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 here is 6. 2 times 2 would be 8 again. And then I would have 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is going to be 16. But I also have 3 times 2 times 2, which is going to be equal to 12. Or sorry, 3 times 2 is, no, 16, sorry, 16 is not. Yeah, 16 is the factor, sorry, 16 times 3. And then finally, I have a factor of, let's see, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which would give me, a factor here would be 24 as a factor as well. So this here is also a factor. So these are all my factors of 48. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, and 24. And these are all the factors of 48. So this here is the correct solution. Again, they gave us the prime factorizations, but they actually didn't give us the specific factors here because I did ask us what the factors of 48 are. These are the prime factors, but they're not specifically the factors here. So the solution is correct for the prime factors. And I can say the following is the factors for 48. Simply multiply the prime factors to itself. So I say it's 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, and 24. These are all the factors. So the solution here is correct.